I haven't posted anything in a while. I haven't filmed anything in a while. It's because I've been trying out how to figure what to do with my YouTube channel, because I'm trying to aim it away from sports now. Sports is not really fitting me with my knee anymore. So I decided it's going to be about how I can fix Disney and how my acting life will go. So I have a couple things here and on this page back here, like right there, on how I would fix Disneyland's rides. We're going to start in Disneyland, and then, we're going to move into like Disney California Adventure, then like Magic Kingdom, and like all those parks, and then across the world and all that. So here are some rides that I think Disneyland should fix, change, or bring back. I'm going to start with Autopia. What they should fix in Autopia is they should convert the cars to be electric cars, which I think they're planning on doing. I'm not so sure yet, but they should fix it on to electric cars. And there should be a better storyline about they should make a new storyline about future transportation and how they can make the track more scenic and shaded, because it can get hot in California. Then I think they should do this. Why? It's because Disneyland is a classic ride to that. Or, hold up. No. It's a classic ride to Disneyland. There we go. But it's not really fitting the more modern take that Disney's trying to aim for with their Tomorrowland sequence. So I think to modernize it, they should make it more electric cars and a new scenic trail. Also, my eyes look shifty, like they're looking right here, or like somewhere around here, because the camera's over here, but I'm not going to look at the camera. So I'm just going to kind of look at the screen. So it looks like I'm looking somewhere else. Really, I'm looking at the camera kind of, but I have my notebook here, so I'll keep looking down. Anyways, number 2, Buzz Lightyear Astro Blaster. Why Astro Blasters? They should fix it by updating the laser tech and improving the animatronics and the redesign of the target layout for some better scoring. Because while it's a good ride, it's a nice, fun starter ride. I think it's the first ride I start with when I go to the Disneyland. But they need new laser tech, they need new animatronics, they need new target layouts, and it's a whole thing for some better scoring. Why I think it's still a fun ride. It's always going to be a fun ride. But so that it aligns and ages next to some other shooting rides, like Web Slingers or Toy Story Mania, Then I think they should let's hop over to Fantasyland, and let's do Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. What they got to fix? While they should keep the chaos, they need to update the audio, the animatronics, and the visuals to give it more life. Why? It's a fan favorite. I'm pretty sure it's one of the OGs when the park opened 70 years ago yesterday. So happy 70th to Disney. But it's a fun ride. It's a fan favorite. But it's due for a light refurbishment to keep it more magical, to keep it updated with, there goes my pencil, updated with the sequence of the new Disney that they're trying to go for. So that's what I think they should fix. Now, some things they should change into some certain rides is we're going to start over in Small World. I think they should add Disney characters to each part like they do in other parks, because, it's cool. So they should add Disney characters blending into their regions of the ride. For example, Mulan to China, or Moana to Polynesia, etc. Something like that, Because while they do this in other parks, I feel like Disneyland should have it too. Because at the same time, it will keep a great thing for the ride, along with enjoying the relaxing of the boat, the music, which I heard that they added the last verse of It's Small World by Richard Sherman, which I'm going to listen to, and I'm excited for that. But at the same time, the little kids that want to see more, want to look or dart around, It'd be cool if they can point out and see that their favorite characters inside of It's a Small World. Now, that's the only thing I think they should change right now. Then I think they should bring back the People Mover. Why bring back the People Mover? They should rebuild it with modern technology and a little bit more of a storytelling element, because the ride brings nostalgia and peaceful vibes with cool views of Tomorrowland. Now, because if you look up there, they still have the People Mover in Disney World, but not in Disneyland. But the track is still there, and it's still put together and everything. They're just not operating it. So I think if they do some changes to it, because the track's already there, it's not going to be too hard to put back together. And then a controversial take, now I have a big presentation with this one, is Tiana's Bayou Adventure should be should change back to Splash Mountain. Just hear me out on this, okay? Splash Mountain had some emotional ties, and along with that, being a fan favorite and nostalgic ride, with unmatched music, animations, and a balanced storyline. Personally, I was disappointed when they closed it. I know a lot of friends who were disappointed when they closed it. It's a good ride. It's a fan favorite. I can't turn this page. Give me 1 second. But it's overall, it's a good ride. Now, I do think Tiana should have her own ride. Yes, I do. But it shouldn't be so thrill-seeking as it is in Splash Mountain. Because Splash Mountain, it was a whole unmatched thing. It was this nice. It was this big. It was a fan favorite. You know, I've seen a lot of people on the internet who were sad when it closed in 2023. I was sad. My family was sad. My friends were sad. It was a whole thing. Now, yes, Tiana deserves her own ride. She does. But not something thrill-seeking like Splash Mountain. I think it should be more calm, like a riverboat kind of thing, or maybe like a ride in restaurant. You know, like how Pirates kind of go slower through that restaurant, something like that. But like, it should be like the Tiana ride, and then in the restaurant, it should be like the Tiana like the Princess and the Frog characters going around while people are eating, and just kind of saying hi, taking pictures with the fans and all that, and give it this unmatched experience. A small reason they should bring back Splash Mountain as well is because when it closed in the U.S. and it stayed open in Tokyo Disneyland, their tickets sell for about $65 US, which I don't know how much that is to them in their currency. But because people from mostly America and some other place, and like America specifically, went to Tokyo for one last ride on one of their favorite rides after it closed here, with tickets going about $65 US per person, they made just off of the ticket sales $650,000 plus US, because 10,000 plus Splash Mountain fans went there between 2023 and 2025 now, and that does not include their hotel fees, their food fees, and all that. That's all separate things. So $650,000 plus of that went just because they closed it in the U.S. Now, the rides closed. When did they close here? In Walt Disney World, they closed January 2020 or 23rd, 2023. Then at Disneyland, they did May 31st, 2023. Now, why did it close then? Because there's only 3 parks that had the ride: Disneyland, Disney World, and Tokyo Disneyland. Now, why didn't it close in Tokyo Disneyland? Is because that's not a park owned by the Walt Disney Company. So a small little speech, and then I'll be done here, is the Oriental Land Company owns Disneyland and Tokyo Disneyland and Tokyo Disney Sea. They license characters from the Walt Disney Company in recent years, it was about $300 million per year. Reason being, the LLC runs and operates Tokyo Disneyland, Tokyo Disney Sea. So what means is like they own the whole thing completely. When a ride is broken down, shut down, needs refurbishment, that's their job to pay for it. But they do use Disneyland's or Disney World's Imagineers like every other park does. Paris does, Shanghai, and all those do. And so will the new park that they're opening in Abu Dhabi will also use Disney's Imagineers. Which is why they're like the same rides kind of, but obviously owned by the Oriental Land Company. Now, ever since those rides closed in the U.S., the Oriental Land Company had to pay a royalty fee. Well, they pay a royalty fee for all characters as well as licensing fees, but they had to pay between $10 and $15 million since the closing in the U.S. Because they still use the ride, they still use the characters, the music, they still operate it, as well as they still sell merchandise Splash Mountain themed, which is on high demand considering that it's only one park worldwide now. So those are what I think they should change, bring back, and inside of Disneyland. I did have this whole little presentation about Disneyland in Tokyo, but it's not about that park. It's about Splash Mountain, how Disney still makes money off of it, because since Tokyo Disneyland has to pay money for all its characters first, and Splash Mountain characters, Disneyland is still, or the Walt Disney Company, is still profiting off the ride, even though they don't run it, they don't operate it, or anything like that. So that's some things I feel like should be fixed through Disneyland. Like and subscribe, comment down below if you think I should do anything about Disney World, like Magic Kingdom, Epcot, Hollywood Studios, Animal Kingdom. If I should do anything about California Adventure, or if I should hit up other parks, you know, like what they're doing with the new Abu Dhabi park that they're building, or what's going on in Paris. Because when I went to the Paris Disneyland not too long ago, which is what this sweatshirt is, Disneyland Paris. I went to that park not too long ago, and there wasn't much to it. We only stayed in that. We did about a half day total with both parks. We got to the parks at about 1 p.m., something like that. And we had some ticket troubles, so we ended up getting into Walt Disney Studios about 2. We only did 2 rides. You know, there wasn't really much to see at that park. But I know that they're building this giant, like, Frozen thing there, which I saw that, which was really cool. So I did the Cars road trip and the, like, toy soldier drop thing, and then we hit up Disneyland, which was really cool. I like the idea of Space Mountain, how cool it is. I'll put some pictures. Actually, there's pictures on my Instagram if you want to go check it. The link will be down below there. But I have some pictures on my Instagram there. It was really cool. It's not what you'd expect in Disneyland, Disney World, or any other park that has a Space Mountain. But also I like the idea of their Big Thunder Mountain being over a lake, because it's like Big Thunder, there's a lake around it, and then like here's the lake, here's Big Thunder, here's the land with the rest of the park. You get on here, then it takes you like underground under the lake, takes you on the ride, and then underground back coming, and it's a really cool experience. So highly recommend to go there if you're ever visiting Paris. But no sweat, you know, if you are never allowed to go, definitely look up some YouTube POVs on YouTube. I think that'll be a really cool experience. And yeah, it was a really cool experience. Hopefully one day I would like to go visit every Disney park. So far I've seen 3. I've seen Disney World, Disneyland, and Paris Disneyland. I didn't see every park at Disney World. I only did Hollywood Studios and Magic Kingdom. And that was many years ago when Rock and Roller Coaster. Actually, I think that's still open. But they're changing that to a Muppet thing. When Muppet Vision 3D was still open, when the Rivers of America, Tom Sawyer Island was still open, which they're closing to make a Cars ride. But personally, I'll get into this next video, but personally I think they should close Tomorrowland Speedway, because it's a short ride, not really fan favorite, into something Cars themed. That's just my opinion. I'll get into that next video. But, you know, like and subscribe if you enjoyed this kind of content. I changed my YouTube platform. I'll change my Instagram next. It's aiming away from sports, and it's going to be about how I'd fix the Walt Disney Company and how my acting life will go. It'll be videos of me acting. Like, I'll film something before an audition, because I have 2 auditions with Mozart and Kappa Productions. One being A Wrinkle in Time, and the other being Sleepy Hollow. So I'm going to record my auditions, post those on YouTube before I do the actual audition over there. And yeah. So like and subscribe if you enjoy this kind of content. The video will be out hopefully tonight. Yes, I'm using a mattress as my backdrop. Don't ask why. I don't know, I feel like it was just sitting here. It's an extra mattress in my room. So I have it as a little backdrop since I don't have a green screen or anything. And then obviously, you know, you can see my wall. Here's proof that it's there. It's not part of the wall, you know. And then the wall's back there. But yeah, like and subscribe. I'm going to try to get some shorts out. Go subscribe to Chuck the Duck on YouTube there. I'm going to try to get some more videos with him and stuff. He has a new team member joining in the next video that I'm going to film shortly after this one. So make sure you like and subscribe. My buddy Cameron, he's also going to be doing Disney stuff like this. I formed this idea for me a while ago. I just never done it because I was trying to think how would it pull off. He talked to me about it today. So nobody's copying each other. Nobody's doing nothing. He never knew I had the idea until today after he said he wants to try to do that. So nobody's copying ideas. Nobody's doing nothing. We're going to talk about the parks, but in different aspects of it, I guess. So I'll leave his channel link down below. Go subscribe to him and all that. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.